quick show of hands, how many of you guys want this guy to turn into this guy in the MCU? Hey, what is going on, Draw It 2 crew? Ramny here with a brand new episode of How to Draw. This time around, we are drawing Falcon as he appears in Avengers Infinity War, which is a little bit different than his appearance in Avengers or in Captain America Civil War, in that he's got just a different facial hair. That's essentially it. I think the costume is pretty much the exact same thing, just some minor changes here and there. Anyway, if you are brand new to this channel, first of all, welcome. Here in this channel, I help you develop your drawing skills by showing you how to draw your favorite characters from video games, from movies, comics, books, TV shows, etc., etc. So if you guys like what you see, definitely hit that subscribe button down below, and of course hit that notification bell so that you guys are notified every time I upload a brand new tutorial video. So I'll be honest, you guys, I'm not that big of a fan of Falcon in the comics. Never really read much comic books that had him in it, but I do know his history. Now the thing is, with the MCU, I love Anthony Mackie's portrayal of him, but I just feel like he is not super powered enough to take Captain America's place. That's just my opinion. I mean, like in Ant-Man, he did get his ass whooped by Ant-Man, you know what I mean? And I just don't feel like he's got that super strength like Bucky does. So I feel like Bucky is more of a better suited replacement for Captain America. But again, like I said, that is just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, who you think should take Captain America's place. All right, I'm sure you guys are all ready to draw. You guys have been asking for this for a long time. So here are the tools that you will need for this drawing. You will need a pencil, an eraser, any type of white paper, and black ink pens with different size nibs for inking. Remember, as you guys are watching this tutorial, there are 3 things to keep in mind. Number 1, if you find that I'm going way too fast in my video, hit that pause button so that you guys can catch up. Or if you're on your computer, you can also hit that speed button at the bottom right to slow it down. I'll sound weird, but that's completely fine. Number 2, keep in mind that I have omitted some of the details in the Falcon's costume. He does have a lot of details in his costume. So for time's sake, to make this video shorter, I skipped some of the details, but feel free to add those details in if you guys want to. It's your drawing, you can do whatever you want. And finally, you guys, if your drawings look nothing like my drawings, or if it looks nothing like Anthony Mackie, the actor who plays Falcon, that's fine too. Don't worry about it too much, because you're trying to get a likeness of the character and not the actor specifically. So as long as it looks like the Falcon, you succeeded. So having said all of that, you guys, let's get right to the tutorial. All right, you guys, so this is Falcon. Well, not yet. We're going to draw him, and I've got my paper in landscape mode. Now, I don't know how long this video is going to take, because Falcon does have quite a bit of detail that we're gonna need to get into. So let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing we're going to do is the circle. I always like to start off with the circle for the head, and I'm going to do it. Now, I'm going to draw it kind of small, because we're gonna try to draw the Falcon small so that we have some room for his wings. Okay, so there's the head, you guys. And then from the head, I'm going to bring 2 lines going down. It gets narrower. That's for the bottom of the face, or that's for the sides of the face. And now here's the jaw. And then just a line across for the, for the chin. Okay, line going down, line going down. Pretty thick neck for Anthony Mackie here. There you go. So let me zoom in, and let's work on the details. So from here, let's just block out the body, shoulders first. It goes like that, and right around here, I'm going to draw a circle. That's for the shoulder. Now don't make this shoulder as big as this size here. You want to make it smaller. So you don't want that shoulder bigger than the head. So try to maintain the proportions as best as possible. Here's the other shoulder right here, just like this. Okay, there you go. Now imagine a line going down and gets narrower as you go down. Same thing over here. And we're going to make it so that he's facing this direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the center line kind of going down this way, so that the right side is thinner than the left side. So you notice that this left side right here is pretty thick. This side is pretty thin right here. Okay. And right around here, we're just going to close that off. So see, check to see that you have this kind of rectangular body like this, and you kind of want it to go from broad. It gets slightly narrower as you go down. And right around here is where we're going to cut it off. And then draw another line down here. That's for the bottom of the belt. And that's pretty good, I think. Okay, let's figure out the arms. This way. And this one, let me erase this. It goes like this, and you kind of want it to not touch the side, so you kind of want it to spread out as you go. There's the bicep there, and then there's the forearm, like that. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to cut it off right around here. Okay, and then this one right here, here's the elbow, and then just lines going down. You want to leave this gap right here. Okay, I do apologize if I'm going too fast. You guys feel free to pause if you need to. I'm just going to erase a couple of the guidelines here. Not all of them. Okay, I'm just going to draw a line going across so that I know where the chest is. Don't draw these too dark, you guys. So that is the Falcon. And I guess what we can do now is zoom out and figure out where the wings are going to go. And let's go ahead and get started on that. He starts right here, and it goes from here, like from the base of the neck, almost, diagonal lines like that. Starts like that, and then it just goes out in a nice gradual curve, like that. And then this one, I'm going to make this one go a little bit higher up, like this. All right. And then kind of right around the lower back area, I'm just going to draw a line going across, and I want this one to just go this way, about this width. And same thing over here, under the arm there, same width. Try to keep it as consistent as you can. And there you go. So that is the basic shape for our Falcon. Now let's go ahead and get started with the details. I'm going to start off, of course, as usual. I start off with a head. There you go. Let me just zoom in and fix my setup here. There you go. Let me just erase that. We don't really need that part. But I do want to draw a line going straight down. And I'm going to draw two lines. Well, let's figure out the eye line first. There you go, right there. There's the eye line, and what I want to do is I want to draw just two lines where the goggles would go. So one at the top there, and then right here, kind of the bottom of the goggles, where it rests on the bridge of the nose, and then goes this way, so it rounds to the sides of the face. Okay. Let me draw the inside. Since I drew this really small, it's going to be a little bit difficult to try to get into the little bits to get into the details. So what I've done is I've simplified this drawing to make it easier, because I mean we can add a lot of details in a Falcon suit. He is pretty detailed, but I will be omitting some minor details here and there. Okay, now each lens is an oval. It's kind of flat at the top, flat on the side, but over here sort of creates this sharper shape and goes like that. Okay, you try to do the exact same thing on the other side, so it's flat here at the top, kind of flat on the side, flat at the bottom, and then sharper here. try to get it so that your lenses are similar in shape and size. There you go. Now that you have that, you guys, let's fix the rest of the lens. Let's give it that lens shape. So I give it a dip in the center here at the top, and then it goes down and down on this side and this side, and then across to the sides of the face. Okay, right here. There you go. I'm not going to draw the lines yet. I do want to make sure that I have everything kind of figured out, like the ears. So let's get started with the ears. I just took the bottom line and just drew a curve for the ear there. Another curve for the ear here. There you go. I'm going to erase the center line at the top, and I'm kind of going to reshape the head a little bit to give it a little bit more less rounded look, because you don't want him to look like an egg shape. And he does have a little bit of hair, so let's just give him that. Okay, line going across here, that's going to be the hairline. Anthony Mackie does have quite a larger forehead, so it goes across there, down, down, and then it just goes to the sides like that. And I just like to draw just curly hair just by drawing spirals with my pencil. And I'm probably going to do the exact same thing with my inks when I start inking later. Okay, there you go. To give it that lens look, I like to draw like 3 lines diagonally here and there, so that sort of gives it that look that it's reflecting. Okay. Right here is the nose, and I'm going to start off actually with the bottom, with the center of the nose, and then I just work my way up like this, so it kind of makes a V. There you go, and then just tiny lines on the sides. There you go. Okay, now let's draw the upper lip. You kind of want it to be just as wide as the nose. Straight line for that center. Okay. Bottom lip, I'm just going to draw like this. And then he does sport a mustache. So I'm just going to draw the mustache like this. Goes down like this, and then he's got a beard. He's got the Van Gogh look right here, and he does sport some new facial hair for Infinity War compared to Civil War. So let's work on that. And it's just essentially, he's got a thin beard that goes from his mustache, and his sideburns kind of connect to his hair. So his sideburns connect to the beard like this. So that's kind of his new look that he's sporting for Infinity War, which is different than the way he appears in Civil War and in Ant-Man. I'm going to draw a little bit of the eyebrow there and there. There you go. So there's the head. Let me draw the lines going down now. That's the neck. Okay. Now let's zoom out. Actually, let's leave it there, and let's work on the collar and like he wears this thing that kind of looks like a vest, but not quite. So first I'm going to draw this line right here so that we know the top of the chest, and that's just a guideline, because what we want to do is we want to find the top layer first. So let's start off with from the armpit. Do you guys know the artist Flo Rida? I think he kind of looks like Flo Rida right now. Okay. Artist as in singer. Okay, there's that. And then of course on this side you don't really see much of it, so we just see the chest kind of sticking out like this. Okay, from here, just underneath the chest line, it goes down to the chest and back up again like that. And then from here it goes over the shoulder like this, and same thing here, goes over the shoulder like this. Okay, now that's kind of the chest, or the vest that I was talking about. Now let's draw from the center of the chest here, I'm going to draw a V shape like this. That becomes the collar, so at the top of the V goes around to the neck, or around the neck. This one goes this way, this one goes this way. Okay, let me erase just a little bit of that. Okay, but it does have a collar, so I'm going to draw a line going up here and a line going here. It goes around, and then there you go. So it creates that high collar. Same thing over here. Goes around the neck and to the front as well. There you go. So there's that. Close that off. Now, let's work on the shoulder while we're here. Same thing like Captain America, if you guys followed my previous tutorial. They have the same kind of shoulder pad that's kind of rounded and sticks out. So this one, it's kind of an odd shape. It just has this inward curve right here, just at the top of the armpit there. So you want to do that. And two lines going in like this. Let's leave it like that for now. Let's go over here. Let's do the exact same thing, but this goes down and then goes out, kind of rounded. Two lines like this. There you go. Okay. He does sport a short sleeve uniform or costume. So short sleeve right here just kind of hugs the bicep. You don't want it loose fitting. And it just goes up like that to the armpit area. And then same thing over here. It kind of just, actually, let me bring this up a little bit higher. Sorry, you don't want to cover too much of the bicep. There you go. And then here's the bicep right there. And right here. There you go. That's what that looks like. Okay, so we've got that. Let's work on the chest. So first, let's find a rectangle over here. Okay, now this rectangle is where we're going to, or that's kind of where the patterns, he's got like these falcon patterns. So it goes like this, diagonal, crosses this chest line here. So it kind of goes up like this. Okay. All right, these are actually 3 red lines that go across. So what I did actually is I divided the 3 red lines so thin line there, and then I have a gap, just a thin gap in between. There you go. So that is what that looks like. Okay, right here is actually a buckle. So draw a rectangle in the middle that looks like it clips together. Okay, another buckle over here, same size. That looks like it clips together, so I just drew 2 lines in the center there. Okay, from this top buckle, I'm going to draw a line going diagonal, short line diagonal, and 2 lines down, and then lines going here and here. Okay, there you go. Now right here, I'm going to draw 2 lines, 1, 2, and then down. And then same thing here. Okay, 2 more from here. And you do the same thing on this side. So these are the details that go with the Falcon costume, and you want to try to make sure, like right here it looks a little off. You want to make sure that this side parallels this side. Now it's kind of tricky because of the way that he's posed and his angle. But just try your best and see what looks right. Okay, so there you go. There's the protective chest padding. Oh yeah, let's draw kind of an X right behind that buckle there. Okay, over here, line going this way and a line going this way. And then these, I drew 5 lines here, and it just kind of looks like, actually let's make it 6. It looks like a harness of some sort. Okay, 1 line, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines like that. Yeah, it just kind of looks like a harness that he's got on. Okay, I'm gonna draw a square right here and just line across. There you go. Here he's got some sort of metallic thing that goes over the shoulders, so I'm gonna follow those 2 lines with a line going like this, and this kind of sticks out, so you give it that 3D look. It goes over the shoulder like that. 2 lines going in, they meet, and then they just go across like that. Okay, same thing here. They look like the wing harness right there. Okay, so now let's get into the shoulder and the arm and like the sleeve, and let's first work on the shape within that shoulder. And I'm going to draw this circular shape just like that, and over here just like this. So that's good. Now from here this goes down and then across. Okay, another one here goes down like this, and actually I'm going to double this up so that it's 2 lines like that. Okay, and then one more here, and now over here, here's the armpit, or just underneath the shoulder pads. You want this one to go across, and it sort of goes over the armpit to the other side. And then here's one that does not go over the armpit, it just goes like that. Okay, this is actually a darker area. Okay, good. Let's draw several lines here and 1 line there. Okay, same thing over here, just that harness. 1 line over here. From here you want to go diagonal to the side of the arm. Same thing here, diagonal to the side of the arm. Here is kind of a diagonal line, and then going straight across and then back up. And then of course right here is where we have 2 lines. There you go. For this you want to make sure that it has that chest shape, like it's padded, so you want to give it that thicker look. Okay. All right, now actually before we get to the abs area, let's work on the sides first, because the sides kind of overlap that area. So let's get that shape right, and then the belt line just going across like this. I want to get that right. I'm going to draw 2 of them. There you go. Okay, so let's start off with the belt. 2 diagonal lines like this, and then 1 more diagonal line here and 1 more here. Okay, and then another diagonal line. This one kind of lies down even more, so it's not quite parallel. These 2 are parallel, this one is not. It goes this way and then to the side like this. Okay, now I'm going to draw a line down here. It's going down the side, parallel to the back here, up to there, and then diagonal line, and this one goes down in between these two lines. There you go. Okay, same thing here. You want to go up this way and then out. For this, I'm going to draw a square there and here. And then I'm going to erase this part and add a couple of pouches. They're like mechanical pouches. So initially, I'm just going to draw 3 lines like this and then have them meet at the top. And then the second pouch is going to be right beside it. I'm just going to draw 2 lines, meet at the top like this. So these are 2 pouches here. Line going across so that you know which pouch is which. There you go. I'm just going to leave it like that. Like I said, I'm just going to cut it off right here. And then the pouches, same thing on this side, but this time they're just sideways. So you don't really see much of them. So there's just 1. And then if you actually draw a rectangle lengthwise, that acts as the buckle for the pouch. And there you go. Okay. Double up this line right here. So it looks like that. And then there you go. Still the belt. There. Okay. From this line, I'm going to draw a line going up and then across to the back. Okay. Right here, he's got some sort of like parachuting harness. So I'm going to draw 3 rectangles like this, and then kind of like rope or something, a strap that goes to the back. All right. So there's that, you guys. Now let's work on this shape that he's got right here in the ab section. So keep that center line so that you have it as a guideline. Start off over here, sideways, and imagine this line kind of going down. It follows that. Okay, same thing over here. This line goes this way and then goes sideways like that. There. I'm going to draw another line from here, actually goes like this and then down like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, like this. And then before you reach the end, they just go down. Okay, and then same thing over here, except this is a little bit different. I'm going to make this into a square like this with lines in the center. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to start off with the ends going down first and then drawing the lines that go across. Okay, right here, there. Okay, now you have this line. So let's start here. Let's go this way and then this way. It sort of makes this U shape here, upside down U or upside down bowl shape. Okay, I'm going to draw a second line underneath here and here. This goes down in a straight line and then kind of follows this curve and this curve. Okay, 2 lines, 1, 2 right here. And then from here, this line goes down to the center like this. This line goes down and goes to the center of this. There you go. Right here, I'm going to draw 2 diagonal lines and then a line going across and then a strap going down. There you go. Okay, right here, I'm going to draw another curve and then 2 lines from the top going down and then creates this point right here. Okay, and then a line across here, and then 2 lines going down on each side, and then they meet at a point like this. And then just details now, 2 lines in the center, 3 lines going diagonal from that tip. And then here, this empty space right here is just going to be a series of diagonal lines going this way. So like I said, this is a pretty complicated, a really complicated suit. So who would have thought, you know, because his comic costume is pretty basic. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the Falcon. He's wearing a shirt underneath, so I'm just gonna draw the shirt collar there. Let's work on the arms here, and we're just gonna give him some, not too much of a definition, but just goes like that. He does have these gauntlets, and they're different. So if you look at one side, he's got like a smaller gauntlet, and then on the other side he's got one that is much bigger, and that's the one that he uses to control Red Wing. There you go. Just a little V shape for the bicep there. And this side is going to be the side with a longer gauntlet. So you don't really see it here, but you do on this side. This goes this way. And as you reach the center, it goes slightly up and then across again, and then down like this. Okay. Down, diagonal to the right, and then down. Again, down, diagonal to the right, down again. This one goes across, and then over here, straight across, down, and like that. And then he does have this like thing that just sticks out slightly on that side, like that. Okay. This strap that goes to the other side of the forearm, and you do that twice. Buckle here, and there you have it. This is a darker color, and there you go. We are practically done with the Falcon. Well, at least his costume anyway. So let's get started with the wings, you guys. And the wings are fairly complicated, but I'm going to try to decomplicate it. Is there such a word? I'm not sure. But let's get started. Let's start with the top first. Let me zoom out. There. Okay, so first things first. You see this right here? I'm going to draw a piston of some sort. It's just rectangular right there, and another one here. Okay, easy enough. Try to keep this a straight line and this a straight line. The rest of it is curved. Okay, from the shoulder, I'm going to draw a line like this, and from here, same thing, a line out like this. Okay, those are more pistons, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw 2 lines and a line like this, and then just cuts across like that. So this to there. Okay, let's complete this, and then when you reach this part, you kind of want to give it that sharp edge right here. Okay, again, you guys, I am simplifying this. I don't want to make it too detailed. There you go. Okay, from here across, and then parallel up, and then across again, and then up again like this. All right, from here I'm going to draw a line across like this, and then here I'm just going to cut that off right there. I'm going to draw 2 lines here. There you go. Okay, let's see if we can do that on this side. So first, line going across, diagonal, Make sure it's parallel to this line. Across again. And all the way to the top, like this. And now, let's see what we did here. Line going across this way. And then this goes up like that, and then another line here at the top. 2 lines there. Okay, I'm going to leave a gap and then up again. So here's a gap and then goes back up and then just goes across in a straight line. Gap, and then draw a line going across in a straight line. Let me redo that. There. Okay. Start off here. Short, tiny little line going down, and then line going across. And then what you want to do is you actually want to create the exact same thing. It goes like this and then down. But it goes down a little further, and then it goes this way. Okay, right here, down, parallel to this line, and then just goes diagonal like this, and then there's a line that kind of just goes out like that. Okay, line out like this, and then another one over here, 2 lines like that, and then over here he's also got a line going out like that over here. There. Again, you guys feel free to add details to this if you want to, because I mean we can get into the little details and start adding like the rust and just the mechanics of it. I'm kind of just adding not too much. There you go. Like this stuff is a little bit more complicated than I made it. Actually, from here, this rectangle here, let's draw a line going out, 2 lines ending right there. And then same thing here, just the mechanics of it. Okay, and then 2 circles here like we did on the other side, and circle between, 1 circle over here, another one over here. Okay, now let's see if we can replicate this on this side. Line going down, line going across. Do the exact same thing here. It goes down further. It goes out more. There you go. And we actually see it stops right there. Okay. And then what did we do on the other side here? Down, diagonal. It goes like this. And then line going across like that. And then 2 lines here. Another 2 lines over here. And then from here, he's got 2 lines going across like this. And actually this, if you have this space, that just goes up slightly, right there. Okay, and then over here, 2 lines, diagonal lines, and then 1 line that meets them. There you go. It's the top of the wings. Now let's do the bottom. This is kind of tricky, so let's see if we can figure this out. First, I'm going to draw a line that kind of just goes from the center, like center of the wing. Here's the bottom, right? You just want it to go across to there. There you go. All right, so let's figure out this pattern. First pattern is going to be this is kind of complicated to explain, you guys. I'm looking at it and I'm trying to figure out where to start even. So, you know what? Let's start over here. Line like this, and then down, and then across, and then like this. So it's like this funky zigzag shape. Okay, let's do the exact same thing here. So it just looks like that. And then another one here. And another one over here. And then this one kind of goes behind. So I've made this series of zigzags where like the first zig or zag kind of meets here in the center and goes in diagonal and then diagonal again. Okay, now let's go over here and let's find these tips. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line going up and then to the left. But this goes in a curvy way, kind of just goes like this. Okay, start over here again. This kind of goes up, draws that zigzag, and then this goes curvy like that. Okay, can you guys kind of sense the pattern here? Okay, I'm going to start over here this time. Out, down, and then where this meets, it just curves and it goes there. And then same thing here, just out, down, and then it just goes like this. Okay. Now, these are kind of overlapping each other, so they don't create quite a straight line. So try to create that overlap right here and right here. Okay. But there's like a line here. So imagine this getting darker. And then here is like a thicker line. Okay, so let's make these bottom lines thick. And then right kind of here becomes thicker. It goes across. So thick, thick, and then make a rectangle right here. There you go. Okay, and then this one now let's double up on these initial zigzag lines that we made. Just double up on them. There you go. So these are red, these are gray, and this is black. Okay, now let's attempt to do the exact same thing on this side. Now, kind of tricky here. Start right here, right? This way, and then goes in this way, and just goes behind his arm. Okay, you want to try to keep that same width. This way, and then this way, and then down like this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I forgot. As you get here, it goes like that. Okay. Again, 1, 2, 3. And don't worry about like the sizes being different because honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, and right here, I'm just going to draw a line going down like this and like that. All right, so now let's do the top as well. Starting over here, this kind of just curves in like that, and then the top just goes up and then to the right. So curve that goes underneath here, goes up to and to the right. This is a curve that goes underneath. This goes up and to the right. Like that. And this just goes up and to the right. There you go. And then the same thing, you guys try to create that overlap and try to make it straight to kind of get rid of that curvy look. It only looks curvy because these are going at different angles, but they're not curvy lines, they're actually pretty straight. Okay, I'm just darkening them first and then drawing the rectangle later on. So here's dark rectangle, rectangle there, rectangle here, rectangle here, rectangle here. I think this tutorial has gone on for far too long now, and now just double up on these lines. There you go. So zooming out, actually we already are zoomed out. Let me just center. We're done. That's it, you guys. That is how you draw the Falcon from Avengers Infinity War. So I hope you guys like this tutorial, and stay tuned for more. I do have more Infinity War tutorials coming up. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. And you guys, that is all the time that we have for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the very end. I hope you guys are very successful in your Falcon drawings. And if you are, and if you guys are proud of your drawings, I would love to see them. So please head on over to the Google Plus community and post your drawing there for everybody to see, or post it on Instagram and tag me so that I can see it. And yes, I love seeing your artwork. I love seeing your progress. It just motivates me to continue on with this YouTube channel. So please do that. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you liked this video, commented below, or most especially if you shared this video with your friends in your social media. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and of course on my website. Don't forget my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of the Falcon as seen in this tutorial video. Again, you guys, all of those links are down in the description, so make sure you read the description always. So thank you once again for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. I will see you guys in my next video.